Right, so I just got done with what I believe were 504 pull-ups. And yeah, just another boring day. I really didn't feel like doing much more. I have a ton of work to do upstairs, so that's kind of been a trend. I'm thinking about taking some, not rest days, because they're not because I'm tired, they're because I want to do, there's work I have to do upstairs that's just piling up. So they wouldn't necessarily be rest days, they'd be focus adjustment days. So instead of spending more time here, I'd spend more time upstairs. And by rest, I mean I still come to train, as usual. I just do less pull-ups. But I can only afford those rest days when the previous 30-day span is beat. So till then, I cannot. See, I'll have to find some time, some space. It actually reminded me of a quote from David Goggins. You don't get breaks in your life, you make them for yourself. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Trying to give myself a break in order to catch up on some real life work, because unfortunately I'm employed. Fortunately and unfortunately, double-edged sword there. Brings me both grief and joy. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm quite the busy person. But could be busier. Could be a better person even. But I'm not. But I'm working every day to make sure every day I just get a tiny bit better. Some days I fail. Some days I succeed. But I'd say the overall trend is upwards. So that's good. Regarding the challenge, it's still going well. I've kept my promise this month, over 500 every day so far. Just gotta make sure I keep it up. Look, it isn't pretty. Most days I don't have a clue how I get down here. I don't have a clue how I do 500 pull-ups. I just slug it out. And this is one of those days. I have no clue how I ended up here. I have no clue how I managed to do 500 pull-ups. Because, honestly, fuck pull-ups. But, gotta carry out the mission, I didn't come this far only to come this far, And in reality, I haven't even come that far at all. I know, I'm almost 300 days in, but that shit's not impressive. Oh no, it is very, no it isn't. Just because you've never done it, and I've done it, that doesn't mean it's impressive. Because if I compare myself to most people are losers. There's a study out there that they measured the average IQ of people on the planet. Now let's say, it's not the actual number, but let's say the number was 82. Most people have a lower IQ than the average IQ, which means that more than 50% of people have an IQ lower than average. So it's like money. Most people in the world have most of it. But instead of money, it's IQ points. So if you're better than average, that really doesn't fucking matter, does it? That's why, you know what? Sometimes I even think this to myself, that if I ever get recognition on social media, it's a very dangerous game. You're getting positive reinforcement from normal people, from the average person, because that's what an algorithm is. It's not about, shaming anyone's followers. It's just your followers are the average person. They're some of the average person. And if the average person says how great you are, and you start to believe it, then you're fucked. Because then you're not really great. They're just convincing you you're great. because they're average. So anything that's better than them, they're not even average, they're fucking below average, most of them. More than 50% of people aren't average, they're below average. So that makes you just average. So it's a very dangerous game, you know, fame, recognition, people clapping at you and what you've done. Fuck. You know, if that ever happens to me, if I ever get any kind of recognition, I'll certainly have to make some sort of system to make sure I don't catch myself believing I'm better than I actually am. Because I think if that day comes, there will be one day I don't make it down here. And that day I'm truly fucked. That will be the doom of me. But yeah, so far so good. Surviving. Not the life I want. But I can only hope that if I keep working, I'll get that life. It is what it is. But I can do better, and I must do better. I gotta control what I can control, which is my efforts, my output, and I know I can do a heck of a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing a heck of a lot better than I was previously. It's been going like this, but I needed to start fucking going like this, to the fucking moon. So, yeah, that's it for today. Talked enough. Have a nice day. I hope I see you tomorrow. And that's it.